Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Captain Marvel, issue number 15. Damn it, this was a hell of a tearjerker. Just, for crying out loud. You know, every so often, like I think twice so far, I've had to stuff tissues inside of my sunglasses, you know what I'm saying, and do the review that way because I ain't trying to show you guys me crying, right? I think I can control myself in this particular one, but like this brought up like so much of my past musical tastes and whatnot that I'm just wow. I'm going to get into all that good stuff. First, let's give credit where credit's due, as all things should be when things are right in the universe. So, this issue is called The Last Avenger, Part 4. Kelly Thompson is the writer. Artist Lee Garbet. I usually say Lee Garbet. It might be Lee Garbett. I'm not sure. I don't know. And I feel really bad getting this one wrong because I'm going to be bringing up Lee a lot in this book. So, for now, until I'm corrected, Lee Garbet. Tamara Bonvillain is the color artist. VC's Clayton Cowles doing the letters. Mark Brooks does the cover, and there are 3 variant covers. Go and check them all out and see which one you want the most. So we got Carol Danvers getting into a straight up fist fight with She-Hulk in this, and it is a freaking wicked fight. This could have gone on longer, but at the same time, like, we had the Thor fight, and I think that was the main one, you know, Captain Marvel, godlike being versus an actual freaking god, granted one of the lesser gods, but you get it, right? Yeah, the Asgardians are lesser gods. Thor's just on that level where he's practically, a greater god because of, what he's got going on with his life right now. Anyway, this was still a really good fight, and the way that it ended made sense to me. Also, we get a brand new power that Carol gets to use in here, more of a power stunt. If you guys follow my face rip, the role playing, the pen and paper role playing games that I do with the old 1984, 1986 Marvel Superheroes Advanced Role Playing Game System, the face rip system. This is more of a power stunt. So anyway, she basically grabs onto the side of her head and she uses her energy absorption to absorb the bioelectricity in her brain. Holy crap, yes, this could absolutely murder somebody dead, but this is a Hulk. Hulks always get better. More so than X-Men get better. Hulks always get better. This was awesome, and you got to see a very violent side of the She-Hulk, and then eventually she, at one point, she rips off the mask that Carol Danvers has on, and she looks at her, and you get to see 2 different looks in here. And we're going to get into not just these looks, but other looks later. Carol Danvers is like, oh crap, yeah, so it's me. And She-Hulk is just, oh. Now look, this isn't written the way that Jason Aaron's She-Hulk is written, okay? And there might be some people who are like, actually, she's called Hulk now. Listen, man, there's a TV show coming up pretty soon. What's that going to be called? Is it going to be called Hulk? No, it's going to be called She-Hulk. Why? Because you don't want to confuse fans and make people think that Banner's going to be in every single episode. Because no, this is about Jennifer Walters, and she's called the She-Hulk. And until freaking Gloria Steinem herself comes over and explains why this should absolutely be called the Hulk by everybody, I don't want to freaking hear it. All right? Her I'll listen to. Anyway, actually, I'll listen to anybody's argument. But the idea is that for now, just, yeah, She-Hulk. But we also see that this is the savage She-Hulk, right? And she's all sorts of super duper hulked out. She's right now like one of the most active Hulks out there, kicking butt, taking names. But she stops at one point once she recognized her friend. Why? If you're not reading the Avengers comic books, understand that she's actually Jennifer Walters inside. But her external dialogue, she wants people to believe that she's just dumb or childlike Hulk because she doesn't want to get into the idea of expressing her feelings anymore because she's not comfortable being the sensational She-Hulk anymore. I love that. And it's more implied than anything else, but that's what you get from the actual Avengers comic book. And if you're reading the Avengers comic book, reading Jason Aaron, you get it. Why isn't this written like Jason Aaron's Avengers? Because it's not a freaking She-Hulk comic book. It's a Captain Marvel comic book. So I get it. You'll understand, and if not, here's the explanation. Boom, move on. But this look of betrayal that she feels is perfect. Look, Lee Garbet, if I'm getting the name right, either way. Some people might look at this and I can see right away, because at first my initial instinct was this should be more dramatic. This should look like, like that, like make it like that Jack Kirby style, over exaggerated look that really got people into comic books back in the 60s and on, right? No. This is a more modern day version of the art. and it's a more realistic version of art. So yeah, it's a gigantic green-gray beast with, you know, gamma radiation. It can absorb things and whatnot. Two people absorbing things, and she wins because, hey. This still looks really fantastic. Why? Because it's a more realistic version of this giant fictional mythological type monster. You can see the shoulders slumped. You can see she's actually, you know, it's not just in the face, although the face alone, if this was a close-up of the face, you'd get it. Much like down here, you'd get it just by looking at that. But you actually see the body language, and I'm telling you, man, Garbe, this dude has, just Lee, all right, Lee has got an incredible way of expressing emotion in these comic books, man. Up and coming, like one of the prolific, one of the ones that we're always talking about in the future. Yeah, probably just because of the expression, the way that this comic book is expressed, the art in this, man. You could literally read this comic book with whited out word bubbles and still get the gist of what's going on in the comic book, just because of the way that the body language is expressed in the art. So that is something else. We also get to see Thor's affection for She-Hulk in this, which is perfect. I love that. It's still a reflection that, you know, hey, Kelly's writing her own books, but she's also reading other people's books in order to get a better understanding of the characters that she's going to be writing. So, hey, cool. It's very modern. It's very up-to-date and whatnot. Also, you can tell that she's a huge fan of the A-Force because she sees Singularity and she's like, blue? Yeah. And in case you didn't get that from this scene, it's explained over here. I don't know if we blame the editor for that or what. Actually, did it say on there? No. Oh, SB. 5B? I don't know what SB is. That's Sarah. Yeah, Sarah Brunstad, the editor. So awesome, Sarah. Freaking good job. Dude, you just got an amazing team on this book. I don't care how you shake this. It's an amazing team on this book. She also brings some armor that she found floating in space to Tony. It's like, hey, go take it. And Tony, of course, is a jerk. He's like, could you at least brought me a screwdriver? I'm saying. I love that. Anyway, so she goes back to Vox, and just for the sake of conversation, you know what? I don't know if I should show it. Probably shouldn't show it. I'm not going to show it. But if you ever wanted to see a good bit of T'Challa's butt cleavage, it's in the book. I'm just pointing that. I'm just saying it's in the book. But there's a reason for all these things happening, which is excellent. But here's where we get into the actual tear-jerking moment, because she's really only got one person left to get a hold of, right? She can't go into hell to get Robbie. That's impossible, right? Is it? Singularity? Could she technically? Anyway, she's going to fly back and she's got one Avenger left. It's the one Avenger that I said that she should have gone after first, because he's the one who's probably going to figure all this stuff out. Okay, crap. I already feel the emotions welling up again. Is what it is. Anyway, I was mentioning the art. Lee Garbe in this. My God, man. God damn, that is a beautiful freaking bit of artwork right there. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I meet this dude in a convention. I'm going to have to get me a commission piece. I hope he's not going to charge too much. But it might be worth it, because that is a freaking beautiful Captain America. Damn. But it gets worse. It gets worse in the sense that it gets more emotional. She's just looking up. I'm going to just read a bunch of this. Oh, crap. Okay, I can't read a bunch of this. Anyway, he's just like, I thought I might be next. And she's like, he's like, listen, we trust. Basically, the gist of it is, we're two captains. All right? I don't want to hear about the outranking nonsense, okay? Because he's been in the military a hell of a lot longer than she has. All right? Long before she was even freaking born. So I don't want to hear that nonsense. He's Captain America because nobody wants to hear freaking General America, okay? Anyway, so you got two captains facing off against each other. If Captain Janeway came in here also from Star Trek Voyager, this couldn't have been any more epic. And these two just talking. There's nobody else around. There is no, like, nobody else is going to come. The battle was a little bit heated with Jennifer Walters because, like, crap, if this goes on any longer, T'Challa's going to wake up and then I'm done for because he's going to figure out who I am because, hey, no mask. And then I'm going to be defeated because he's going to figure out a way to beat me. He's already got contingency plans, so I can't beat both of them at the same time. But now here's Cap. Can Captain America beat Carol Danvers? dude, you talk to pretty much any, not just Captain America fan, but any Captain America writer. You know what? I'm just going to bring up Jim Shooter. And you can find this interview. It's not actually my interview with Mr. Shooter. It's a different interview. And love him or hate him, controversial character that, individual this guy is, I've never worked for him, so I can say I love the guy to death. You know what I'm saying? What do you call it? He said it best. When somebody says, hey, who could win between Superman and, Captain America and I think he said Superman or whatever. And he's like, isn't Captain America's superpower that he always wins in the end? And I can take that further. Even when he loses, he still wins. Because winning for him isn't about him defeating the bad guy, about him being the one to defeat the bad guy. As long as the bad guy is defeated, even if it costs Captain America's life, he still wins. Because Captain America isn't a guy, unlike every other character in the comic book universe. Forget about Marvel. The entire comic book universe. Captain America isn't about, I need to beat you. No. He's about, you need to be beat by any means necessary. He doesn't have to be the one who gets the killing blow or the beating blow or the knockout blow or whatnot. It doesn't matter. As long as the bad guy gets beat, and he's more than happy to prop somebody else up, that's who he is. And in this particular case, he trusts Carol. He trusts her. These are two captains. Trusts her, and he says, if the way to win the day, if I trust you, and if you say the way to win the day is by me being defeated, then me being defeated wins the day. Damn. I remember saying not too long ago that I didn't like the way that Kelly Thompson wrote Captain America in Deadpool issue number 2. I do not change my opinion on that particular issue, but I will recant that. And yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing her, maybe eventually one day, writing a Captain America one-shot, maybe the Captain America title. With all due respect, since not too many people are reading Ta-Nehisi Coates' current Captain America run. It feels like a lot of my main characters I'm not reading anymore, which is crushing me, but hey, it is what it is. And just one of the most beautiful scenes that you're going to see. And it's going to get worse than this. He drops the shield. Mind you, Captain America doesn't surrender. Yo, these colors don't run, right? Captain America drops his shield. He's not defeated. He trusts his teammates. He trusts Carol. If this is the way to win, I surrender. I yield. Not surrender. I yield so that we can win. Not me versus you. Us. It's a beautiful freaking scene. Lee freaking Garbe, man. So now I'm going to bring up something. I'm going to bring up a song from my past, all right? This look on her face. Anybody a fan of the 80s, like late 80s, metal, but like the metal scene, and that includes the glam rock, that includes the, the arena rock, the hair metal bands and stuff like that. Warrant. There's this band Warrant. And they got this song off the Cherry Pie album. The Cherry Pie album is like the most freaking controversial. That song is the most controversial song ever. That almost directly led to Kurt Cobain coming in with Nirvana and inadvertently wrecking everything. It's like, I'm going to try and do, a form of, hard rock and metal. And I inadvertently destroyed the entire metal scene. No wonder the guy had the freaking weight of the world on his shoulders, right? Because he loved that music. And accidentally, oops. So anyway, there was still this song off the Cherry Pie album called I Saw Red. Jamie Lane, this is based on a real story of Jamie Lane walking in on his girlfriend sleeping with his best friend. You listen to the words of that song. I saw red when I opened up the door. I saw red. My heart just fell upon the floor, whatever, how that goes. And I didn't need to see his face. I saw yours. It's an emotional video, all right? There's an acoustic version of the song too. However you listen to the song, guys, if you've never heard this song, go and listen to the song because it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Let it wash through you. You know what I'm saying? Dude, tears aren't letting weakness in. Tears don't go in. They come out, all right? Sometimes you got to wash the negative out, in order to make room for the positive to come in, right? It's not a bad thing to get sad. It's a good thing to get sad, when it's time to get sad. Anyway, it's a beautiful song, and I'm probably putting that song on repeat after this is over, all right? But I've always wondered, what is it like? Not that I want to know. And fortunately, I've never been in a relationship where I've been cheated on before, all right? But I've always wondered, with that song, what was the look on her face? What does that look like? You know what I'm saying? Because you'd imagine, like when I get into a song, she's not cheating on him out of spite. She's not cheating out of him because I don't like you. She's not cheating on him because whatever. She's cheating because she had an indiscretion. She still loves him. You know what I'm saying? And he still loved her. God, you listen to the song. He praises her. What was it? If the moon and stars ever lose their place, I would lift you up to heaven and you would take their place. Like, God, amazing, beautiful song, right? But yeah, I don't think I'm going to love you anymore. That's a beautiful song. And I always wondered, what was the look on her face? And I imagine this is probably what it looks like. Because it's two captains. And for her, like, there's silence, walks forward. She's still Carol Danvers. And she's like, crap. I got to punch you now. It gets a little bit silly at the end-ish, but it's still Carol Danvers. But that's the look. It's Captain America. This guy is the greatest freaking hero in all of comic book history. I know there's going to be people who are going to be like, oh, but Spider-Man, in the future, he'll be the greatest, better than surpassing Captain America. I don't know if you guys have a calendar, but it's not the future. You can check. It's not the future. Check my phone right now. Nope. Pretty general. It's right now. It's the present. Captain America is still the greatest hero on the face of creation. Not because he could beat up everybody. Because he knows how to actually win a fight. He knows how to actually win the day. And she knows that she's disappointed him. And the look of betrayal in her friend's eye, Jennifer Walters, the look of betrayal in Thor, when he realized what's going on, like all of these betrayal, when she's facing these people afterwards, oh my God, it's heartbreaking, right? But this is the one where it actually elicits a lot of emotion. Because we don't have to wonder, in this particular fight, who would win in a fight? Could Captain America overcome those odds? You know what I'm saying? Could he actually take her out? He's always strategizing. He's the man, right? I don't care which of my heroes can beat up the other hero, because it depends on the writer, depends on the day, depends on the circumstances. Who cares? In this particular case, he knows how to win the day. And she realizes that betrayal. Oh, man. Damn it. That Lee Garbet, dude. Wow. Yeah. There's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more pages coming up. You get to read those on your own. Here's what the book looks like, or one of the variant covers. Go out and buy the freaking book. It's worth it. Damn it, dude. This is a really freaking heartbreaking story. Could it get better or worse? However, you're going to define those terms. Maybe. Because let's look at the beginning of every one of the Marvel comic books this week. Oh, look. Okay, missed it. What the hell is this thing? It's February already. It says February. Unveiling in February. It's February. It's the present, man. It's the present. Anyway. Boom. Legacy numbering. Y'all might have noticed the legacy numbering on the front. This is issue number 149 by Legacy. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but I'm affirming. It's the legacy numbering, okay? Anyway, next issue number 16. Oh, look at that beautiful cover. It's going to be legacy number 150. And it's in the parentheses, all right? So they're not actually going to call it 150. They're going to continue with the regular number. Good. Just stick with the regular numbering. Stop making it all confusing and whatnot. You got the legacy numbering on there. We're good, right? Anyhow, so next issue is going to be a pretty major issue. I'm genuinely looking forward to see how all this stuff resolves itself. Like, wow. And just a little tiny bit of freaking wow. This was for me, a genuinely emotional book. Hey, if you don't give a rat's ass about Captain America, you just look at this like, oh, cool, yeah, kick Captain America's butt. And you and me are going to have words. And not a word will be spoken. No, but in real talk, This was a really emotional book for me, man. Like, this was sad, and this really exemplified, with very little words, who and what Captain America is, man. Wow, I loves me some Captain Marvel. I'm not going to put down on some Captain Marvel. Carol Danvers, you go, girl. Sorry, though. I just don't see anybody anytime soon coming close to freaking Captain America. And this is some stuff that Roy Thomas could be proud of with Captain America. This is some stuff that Jack Kirby could be proud of. This is some stuff that freaking Stan Lee and Joe Simon could be proud of with Captain America. I honestly believe this is stuff that even grumpy old, love the guy to death, Jim Shooter could be proud of with Captain America. Hot damn. This was a really good story. When you get a character right, you could tell the most beautiful story in the world around it. And it could just be right there in your face to see, and it helps having a damn good artist on it too. Garbe. Lee. Okay. I got you, bro. Anyway, fantastic book. Definitely get the book. Go and see what happens at the end of the freaking book because it's beautiful. All right, and I'm done. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Oh, don't forget, you got a song you got to go and check out. But don't click away from one of my ads. If an ad shows up at the end of this, and as long as this went, there's a good chance that an ad is going to show up at the end of this, please go and check out that song, Warrant, I Saw Red. Go and check that out in a different window, and please let the ad play. It's the only way that your favorite YouTubers get paid. I'm serious. YouTube does not pay us in any other way than you letting an ad run. You don't have to click on anything. Just don't click off of anything. Let the ad play all the way till its natural end. It could be in a different window. It's cool. Just, and turn your phone sideways to hit that like. Anyway, guys, I'm out. You go enjoy. You know what? I'll even put a little link at the end. Professor Bill, Comic Book University, class dismissed.